Monday to you. Hope you had a beautiful weekend and ready for this first full week in March. Moira here with our usual check-in to see what can we focus on letting go of in this, like I said, full week of March. And we'll be checking in with it's actually card number 26 that we're going to be working on letting go of. But before we get into what we're going to be focusing on letting go of this week, I just like to bring your awareness to the phases of the moon, because I like to follow that because it really gives us insight into following our emotions and following our own intuitive nature. And so on the 10th, so that is, I'm having to look at my calendar, on Thursday we have the first quarter moon in the sign of Gemini. And this is Gemini is like an air sign, right? So it's about focusing on heartfelt communication, like really allowing you to tap into your intuition, into what makes your heart sing. Speak your authentic uniqueness without getting too caught in your head. Sometimes air signs can make us be into the intellect a little bit more, but this phase is really in particular about creating some space and time so that you can hear and act upon your own inner guidance, as well as the little whispers and nuggets that we all receive from sources, from the all that is. And so perhaps before speaking something or asking something or deciding something, maybe you could just pause for a moment. Be by yourself, be in nature, just sit quietly and calmly and see what's the heartfelt whisper that's trying to get your attention. And then engage with that goal or that piece that you're intending to do. And bear in mind too, this is a good time to be reviewing your goals. And even if your goals are around things like, I'm going to be more creative, I'm going to have more peace, invite more peace into our lives. All that being said, also the other thing that's really kind of awesome about this week is tomorrow, March 8th, is International Women's Day. And the theme for this year's International Women's Day is all about breaking the bias, having equality, seeing everyone and every being as with equal, no, like really releasing the bias or prejudice or labels. Can you do that? And don't you think that's beautifully aligned to be looking at that and then stepping into the energy of this first quarter moon in the sign of Gemini, which is all about that communication? And you know, something important to think about too, whenever we are guided to watch communications, it's not just the communications that you have with other people. It starts with the communications you have within you. How's that working out? How's that feeling to you? And of course, these conversations are more about helping you be aware. There is never any space for saying, oh gosh, I do this, and then having shame or criticizing yourself. It's just being aware of it and then choosing. If things are not going the way you'd like them, choose something new. Take a deep breath. Okay, so all that being said, what we are going to work on letting go of this week is pride. I said to you, this is card number 26 in my letting go guidance system. Pride. Where does pride show up for you? And does that create like an obstacle or a block in you speaking your unique truth, your authentic self, whether that's to yourself or to others? So that's kind of how that feels to me. And it like I said, it's just beautifully aligned with all the different energies and contributing factors that we have going on for all of us. So let me read this out to you and see if this can help us go a wee bit deeper into this idea of letting go of pride. So in order to release our pride, we must humble ourselves. It's time to let go of what's pent up inside. As we acknowledge our struggles, we walk onto the path of personal change and empowerment. Negative and toxic thoughts can now be released. It's time to learn to be of service, to help others. Releasing pride and embracing humility starts a new paradigm. We don't just hear, but we begin to listen. We become free-spirited, less controlling. No. In the wake of this rebirth, we begin to treat other people in the way we would want to be treated. There is a battle raging within our minds, a showdown with everlasting ramifications. Pride versus humility. Thankfully, each of us possesses the free will to decide how we will live this life. Do we indulge in ourselves, or do we take responsibility for our prideful ego? It's time to be honest with ourselves, for this is where our healing begins. Just love that. And I love that we're looking at that under the light of this Gemini first quarter moon, because this is the time where we can maybe accept some of these more tough conversations with ourselves. But be real. Tell us the truth about ourselves. And then always knowing, we all have free will. If you don't like the story you're living in, you can change it. It's as simple as that. You are creating the experience of your own life. Does it feel good? Does it feel aligned with your core, with your essence? Are you ignoring your soul's whispering? Take a deep breath. And letting go is all about change too. Change is one thing that is always going to be on the agenda for all of us, right? So now, if there's anything that I've shared here that sort of triggers you or brings something up and you need some more help or resources, put it in the comments below or message me directly. My whole intent is to help people ease into this idea of letting go. And sometimes we do it by taking 2 steps forward and then 1 back. And then take two steps forward and 1 back. And that's okay. It's about finding your best rhythm, right? So now I'm going to pull 1 tarot card and then I'll pull 3 of the Doreen Virtue Healing with the Angels cards. And so this is funny. This is 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands kind of signifies those pieces that we argue with. You know, we get an insight and then, maybe I'm making that up, or just little pesky irritations. So be aware of that and let them go. Sometimes we feel them, and that's what I was just saying about that 2 steps forward and 1 back. 5 of Wands could actually be signifying those little niggly 1 step back. Don't put too much attention on that. It's just part of the process. And be okay that even though it feels like you're getting stuck or there's all these niggly things, they pass. So maybe it's time to take some quiet time and just be gentle and nurturing to yourself if that kind of thing happens for you. So now, like I said, we're going to do 3 of these Doreen Virtue Angel cards because I find that these give us some really nice, gentle, there's always gentle, loving kindness comes with this. So, this is beautiful. First one is answered prayer. So is there something that you've been wishing for or hoping to get more in touch with in your own self? Maybe these ideas that I'm sharing with you on to this session can actually help you realize the solution's right here. The solution's here. And can you use this time, this is intention, as we let go of things that don't serve us or things that used to serve us but we don't need anymore, you know, like habits or patterns or paradigms, beliefs, mindsets, thoughts, words. As we let go of those that don't serve us and are not part of who we have become, then we can set new intentions and set new intentions that are in alignment with who you've become. And above all is truth and integrity. That's really important. It's like that you know, are you telling the truth to yourself and about yourself? Are you using nurturing words that acknowledge how powerful you are, how resilient you are, how capable you are? Maybe it's time to watch and track that for a wee while to make sure that you are being the best version of yourself and really acknowledging how amazing you are, because you are. You're truly amazing. I hope this helps you. And like I said, if you need more help or support or along these ideas of letting go of pride, getting into that energy of the moon phases, let me know in the comments below or message me directly. Thank you for watching. I wish you a beautiful week ahead, and I'll be back here with you again next week. Much love to you.